Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grow Your Business with a Virtual Assistant Summit. We have the wonderful Melissa McGraw here with us today. We're going to discuss SEOs. So this is what everybody wants to talk about, how to drive traffic to your website. Everybody wants eyes on their website. So we have an expert here, Melissa, who works with Amazon, and she's going to be our guest speaker today. She's the founder of the Creator Potential. Melissa has helped brands grow their business, their audience, organically by millions. And that's what we all want. We want an organic business. We don't want paid traffic. We want organic. So everyone, welcome, Melissa.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Excited to have you because I'm also going to be learning so much as I'm trying to build my website. So this is going to be, I'm learning everything. So Melissa, tell everybody about yourself and your organization, your company you have.
Well, I'm the founder of the Creative Potential, which I started about 4 years ago. I've been in the SEO world for about 9 years. I started working with Amazon back in 2009, where I kind of fell into e-commerce SEO, and it was a great opportunity working with Amazon and writing product content for over 100,000 items that are currently sold on Amazon today. My background is marketing and product development. I was in the fashion industry for 20 years in New York City. But I love the world of e-commerce and just kind of diving into the back, I guess it's kind of the nerdy side, the back end of the websites, and really determining what is making it get found online. And I've really learned a lot just by selling products on Amazon and what makes it sell, what doesn't, because Amazon, it's a huge business, as we all know today, but it's not on there. It's not the prettiest website. You know, it really isn't, but it obviously functions for a reason. So I've learned a lot about just what content to write, SEO friendly content, I should say, the item title, etc., the images, how to optimize it and get those products found.
Wow. Okay, so some like me, I had to do my research for this. What is SEO?
SEO is search engine optimization. So it's about getting your site found in the organic search results on Google. When you just type something into the search box on Google and just what pops up. And of course, you would like your site to pop up when you're typing in what we call a keyword or a key phrase into that search box.
Wow. So how do you grow it organically? How do you
organically, it takes a couple of components now, and this is how Google's looking at it, because they've kind of changed their, what we'll talk about a little bit, like the Google algorithm. They're taking a look at your content, your keywords, also the links to your website, also provides what we call SEO juice to create more traffic to your website. So it's all those factors in helping you drive organic traffic to your website.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So you touched a little bit about Google algorithms.
Yes.
So that's also something I hear a lot about. So what is a Google algorithm and how does that help your website?
Well, years ago, it's just about having all these keywords on your site, and it didn't even necessarily pertain to your site. Your site would be found in the search engine results, but your site didn't even pertain to the keyword. It was what we call keyword stuffing. Now Google is really cracking down on that. They want to provide quality content and the correct search engine results to the user that's typing in the search results, typing into the search box, trying to get an answer. They want to provide the best results to that person. So there's a lot of factors that come into this algorithm now. The links that I talked about, it's not necessarily having so many websites linking to your site. It's about quality links. I'm looking at page rank, looking at your content and what your site wants to be known for. That's a lot of things that go into this Google algorithm.
You mentioned quality links. What is that?
Well, backlinks, when other sites are linking to your site, you want to make sure that you have a good balance of links coming to your website. It could be editorial links, just sites mentioning your content, sharing your content, reposting your content on their blog, for example, and then linking back to your website. There's also times when you can also post comments like on a blog or on a forum. Those are called no follow links. That is not necessarily bad. It does create SEO juice and credibility, and it just depends on your comment now on a blog. It has to be relevant to the blog post. And Google's really looking into all of this now. It's not just about fake comments and spam comments, etc.
It has to be good comments.
Yes.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So what is your process of driving traffic to a website? If a client comes to you.
When I'm working with clients, we first take a look at their site and what do they want to be known for? If I were to type something into Google, what would it be? And a lot of entrepreneurs forget that part of when they're designing their website. They're making such a pretty website on the outside, but on the back end, on the inside, they don't realize that, oh, I don't really know what people would search for me. So it has to be on your website. What would people need to search? So it starts with just putting those type of keywords or key phrases into the website so it helps in organic search. So you start to be found for what you want to be found for. We're also take a look at images, optimizing images, uploading images to your site. If you get them from a free stock photo service like Unsplash, it might be named unsplash123.jpg. That's really not going to help you in search. You don't want to be known for unsplash123.jpg. Maybe you do, but you probably don't. So you want to rename all of your images with keywords. So that helps your site being found in search.
Gotcha. Instead of you driving traffic back to Unsplash, you're
keeping
traffic onto your site.
So there's a lot of things that you can do on your end. It does take some time, but you can start to optimize your website.
Interesting. Yeah, because you're kind of taught, make your website visual, make it so people attract. But then it's almost like the copy part of it. That's the part that also helps drive the traffic. But we pay more attention to the prettiness. Well, I do.
Exactly. I had a client, she said, Melissa, how come I'm not being ranked for my name? But her name was nowhere on her website. It's not in the URL. It wasn't her URL. No, it wasn't her domain. So she wouldn't. We had to put it there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, right.
So that's funny. So when people tell you, you know what, Melissa, help me. I need help. I need views to my site. Do you have a big team that helps you just put everything together? Is that what helps you? And then do you have an onboarding process where you get on the phone and you guys just lay everything out?
I send a questionnaire to my clients. I do a website checkup for them first. And I take a look at 3 of their competitors or who they think are their competitors. And we take a look at the keywords that they're ranking for organically and even paid search. And we also look at all the backlinks coming to their site as well, just to see what they're up to. And then I take a look at the client's website to see what keywords they're currently ranking for. And again, sometimes they would not even expect some of the keywords that they're ranking for, and they don't want to be ranking for them, etc. So that's how we kind of start the cleanup process. I also have several calls with them where we discuss this website checkup and then the next step of the optimization process, which is coming up with a keyword strategy. What keywords I'm going to use. I research all the keywords. How difficult are they to rank on Google? And then we decide on the keywords, and then I start putting it into the website, whether it's blog posts, pages, homepage, images, etc. We put all these keywords in there and optimize the site that way.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot, but I think it does help. And a lot of my clients come to me and say, Melissa, just had a client last week. She said, SEO makes me want to vomit. So can you please help me? So it's a no-brainer. I can just take over on the back end, while the entrepreneurs, they can do what they do best, and they know they have to have SEO
Right.
and really address it. So that's what I'm there to do for them.
Yeah, I think the problem is just so much to learn, and things are constantly changing.
Yes, that
And
is
if
true.
and if SEO is not your business, like if you're a business coach or if you have an online shop, if that's what you do, you're not going to know what an SEO is, or you don't have time to research SEO because you're trying to grow your business by coaching somebody else. So it's hard.
It's really hard. There's a lot of moving parts of running your business, as we know, and this is
Mhm.
just one part. There's the social media part. You're writing blog posts, newsletters, all the marketing part of running the business. So yeah, if it could take one thing off the plate, this is it.
Wow. So if somebody's a coach, a business coach, what's a good like what would be a good keyword for them to use? Because everybody use coaches. So how do you stand out?
I've used, especially if coaches want to be found locally, you want to make sure that you have localization keywords in their site. For example, I work with coaches in New York, and she wants to work with millennials. So
Okay.
she's a relationship coach for millennials NYC, or relationship coach millennials New York City, relationship coach for millennials, New York City, all
I
spelled
see.
out.
I hear your words.
Mm-hmm.
You're throwing in those words. Like you said, who do you want coming to you? You
Yeah,
want
exactly.
millennials, you want locals. So you have millennials and NYC in there.
People are searching very specifically now. So it could be
Mm.
5, 6, 7 keywords that they're typing into Google instead of just relationship coach, which is very broad. They're
Right.
doing very, very targeted and specific.
Wow. Wow. Have you ever had a client who wasn't happy with the process? How do you handle that? Because I mean, it's hard to drive traffic to your website. So it's how do you, if they're not happy, how do you, what happens?
Well, I've had, luckily, very happy clients.
That's
I
good.
think it's just with Google, it has to, I also submit their pages and their site to Google to start indexing their site, which means, hey, Google, my page exists. Please come over to it. If someone types something into Google that matches my page, so it can come up in search results. So it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight for
Right.
people to start indexing your site, and you just have to be patient. But you are starting to rank for keywords that you didn't before, and you're starting to get traffic. You just didn't. It's not going to be overnight.
So you have to submit something to Google to get the traffic driven over.
Yeah, it's called Google Search Console, and
Mhm.
it's just a free tool from Google where you can submit your website to them and
Mhm.
just tell them, hey, my site exists. And they might already know your site exists just from some backlinks. They know that your site exists, but you have a chance now to submit every single page on your website to be indexed by Google. So it starts to come over and crawl your site
Mhm.
for those keywords.
Wow. Do you tell your clients that, once we get started, they're going to see results? Because how long does it take to see those results once you're done putting everything into their system?
I've seen it in 1 week. I've seen it. That was the minimum. I think it was 7 days that we started to see some keywords that are being ranked, and mainly
Mhm.
they were images that started to come up in search, etc. But it can take 6 months as well. It's just when Google indexes their website and their page. It's sporadic. Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. So the
Mhm.
traffic is more driven to websites. So like we just kind of discussed earlier, nothing's driven to Facebook. That's something that you get from your website, correct?
Well, with Facebook, you can drive if, for example, if you're running a Facebook ad, you could drive traffic to a landing page on your website, or if it's just a landing page, whether it's a funnel page, etc. Or if you have a Facebook group, you can drive traffic back to your site using a Facebook group because you have a targeted audience there that's interested in what you have to say, most like in the topic that you are also maybe have services on, etc.
Mhm.
So that's just one way to drive traffic back to your website.
You mentioned ads. So I know a lot of people purchase ads to try to drive that traffic. What do you think is better? Try to grow it organically or do it to purchase ads?
I think it's a little bit of both, quite honestly. And I know some of my larger clients do a mixture of both. It all depends what's in your budget, because
Hmm.
once you stop paying for ads, you may lose that ranking for that specific keyword that you may have been number one that you're paying for. So you want to
Hmm.
do a mixture of both. Do as much work if you don't hire someone like myself, if they
Hmm.
can do it on your own to get ranked organically.
Wow. So to hire someone like yourself, is it a contract position where you're there for a couple of months with them, or how does that work?
Normally it's about, it depends on the amount of posts and pages on a website, but the minimum time that I spend is probably about 6 weeks because we're doing the website checkup, then I'm developing the keyword strategy, and then I'm also implementing it, going in, adding all those keywords, etc. So it can be minimum 6 weeks, it can be 3 months, just depending on the size of the site.
Oh, okay. So for like me, my little website, which I'm working on, do you put in all new content? It's almost like you're rebuilding their website, kind of.
I'm not rebuilding it. I'm taking the current content and putting in some keywords that would make sense given like the post or the page. I'm not going to change the content around. I'm just adding maybe a word or two, but they're keywords that can
Hmm.
rank on Google. So I'm just injecting those in because a lot of times you write like a great blog post, but it really doesn't have any of the keywords that you want to rank for. So I put those in there.
Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting. So, in conclusion, what would you tell everybody about an SEO? Hiring an SEO specialist to help them in their business. For the coaches out there, different type of entrepreneurs and different type of businesses. How important is it to get somebody to help them with their SEO?
Well, as I was reading, there's 1.8 billion websites out there in 2018 alone.
Wow.
There's 3.6 million searches on Google per day. So you have to do everything that you can to get found online. It's not just about putting up a pretty site, whether it's in Shopify, Squarespace, WordPress, Wix, Weebly, whatever it is.
So
It's
many of
not,
them.
it's not about that anymore. You have to be found online. So there's a lot of moving parts, and that includes SEO and really optimizing your site to get found online and what you want it to be known for in search. So if you decide to do it yourself or hire someone like myself to do it, it has to be done. I know it can be a little scary. It's a little techy. It's most of the time it's at the bottom of people's to-do list for
Hmm.
sure, because they don't understand it and they don't know where to begin. But you have to do it because there's a lot of websites. There's a lot of competition. And when I work with clients, we find that their competition didn't optimize their websites either. So why not beat your competition and stand out and get their traffic?
Interesting. Quick question. What if somebody doesn't even know who their competition is? Like, you just know, like, oh, I know this person or kind of know this person. Do you find who their
Yeah,
competition
I
is?
can. Yeah, definitely. And I've done that with other clients. For example, I had one who was a copywriter in Los Angeles, and who she thought were her competitors were not her competitors. There were some others that were locally in her area. They were her true competitors. And that's who we needed to take a look at.
Wow, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Well, thank you so much, Melissa. I hope everybody enjoyed Melissa's information as much as I do, because I knew nothing about SEOs. I learned so much. I'm learning about keywords. I'm here in California locally, and they're in Los Angeles, so I know what I need to add to my website.
Yeah. Hmm.
So for those out there, this is something that can be done for you virtually. Melissa could help you out. There's other people out there who can help you out, but this is something that's needed for your business. You want to stand out from everybody. You want to stand out from the 1.9 million or extra websites that are out there. So SEO is something that you need to move from the bottom of your list to the top of the list, because it's going to help you grow. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Melissa, so much for being part of my summit. It means a lot to me. And I honestly learned so much today. So
Great.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And Paul.